I was definitely there. Crazy how you try to run with another bitch. You watch us walk in and walk out. You was hiding in the corner. What you talking about? I came for my wire. I told Lemmy I was gonna be there, so I went. I came and I dipped. What the denied what? You sound dumb as a bitch. What the and you sound like a hating ass. I'm just trying to pick up money. That's what the going on. Money. Money on the motherfucking floor, and I picked it up. I mean, you said I put up with 20 bloods. So, so y'all watched us walk in. Y'all watched us walk out. What you talking about? Y'all is geeking. Y'all some scary ass bitches, real shit. And you talking about, y'all just some scary ass. Like, what the you acting like we came to see y'all. We did not come to see y'all ugly asses, bitch. We came to get paid, bitch.
Buckle up, because what you're about to hear makes the Kardashians look like they're running a peaceful yoga retreat in the Himalayas. This right here is the kind of drama you only get when a celebrity's family tree is watered with pure chaos, Red Bull, and generational delusion. Because apparently, the universe decided it was time to drop a crossover episode nobody asked for. Karlissa Saffold, impersonating Chrisean Rock, at the Baddies premiere, after getting blocked at the door. Yes, blocked, banned, denied, rejected like a fake ID at a Las Vegas casino. And instead of going home like a normal human being with self-respect and Wi-Fi, Karlissa pulled off a plot twist so wild Zeus Network executives probably fainted. She allegedly showed up again dressed, acting, and talking like Chrisean Rock as if switching identities would magically teleport her inside like some reality TV Hogwarts. And the craziest part, the internet didn't just break, it detonated. Screens cracked, memes multiplied. Blueface was somewhere blinking aggressively. Chrisean probably sneezed and felt a disturbance in the force. This is not gossip. This is not drama. This is a leaked celebrity disaster with extra seasoning. The night of the Baddies premiere was supposed to be loud, messy, and chaotic in all the usual Zeus Network ways. Cameras flashing, influencers pretending they don't recognize each other, and security guards already tired before the show even started. But nothing, absolutely nothing prepared the world for the moment Karlissa Saffold stepped out of her car like she was arriving to collect an award for world's most consistent instigator. People stared. Producers ducked. The red carpet itself probably wanted to roll away. Karlissa walked up to the entrance with the confidence of someone who genuinely believes the universe is her co-parent.
I feel really bad that she thinks that Blue don't want her to eat and he don't want her to win. That's really sad. The sad part about it is that wherever he go and he eat at, he tell them, make sure you eat, make sure my mama eat, make sure this, make sure that. Anything that's coming, just know he's been approving and approving and approving. Like, come on now.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
You think these people really want to talk to you? Come on now. Blue is out here approving stuff, getting you stuff, making sure you eat too. You think the enemies be your enemies and they don't be your enemies. We don't move like that. We don't take food off people's table because we know what come with that. So if you out here saying, I just seen the video where you saying he trying to starve you and this and that. No ma'am, we feeding you behind the scenes. We've been feeding you behind the scenes. Okay, all that with Lemmy, we know how much you got. We know everything. Okay, so stop. Just try to do what you're doing and just try to make some moves. Just try to get your money. Ain't nobody your enemy over here. We don't give a fuck enough for you to be for us to try to starve you. Well, I'll never do you like you tried to do me. Never. That'll never happen. So the next job you get, just say, Did Blue tell you?
She had her hair done, her mouth ready, and that look that says, I wish somebody would try me tonight. The premiere was buzzing with energy, but her energy? It was its own weather system. You could feel the tension the moment she approached a velvet rope like it was her birthright. Security barely waited 5 seconds before hitting her with the sentence that rearranges destinies. "Ma'am, you're not on the list." The silence that followed could have cured insomnia. Karlissa blinked like the man had just insulted her entire bloodline. She wasn't just denied, she was rejected with Olympic-level precision. The type of rejection people replay in their minds for years. Immediately, she started demanding answers as if the FBI was supposed to get involved. She wanted managers, supervisors, the building owner, anybody with a pulse who might magically rewrite the guest list. But the premier gates of heaven stayed closed. No miracles, no exceptions. No "I'm Blueface's mom" discount. Just pure rejection delivered with a straight face. People in line pretended not to listen, but the way they turned their heads gave them away. You could almost hear the internal monologues around her. Is she banned again? Didn't she fight someone last time? Why does she keep showing up like Thanos? The embarrassment in the air was so dense you could slice it and serve it on a paper plate. TikTok was already eating it up in real time. Someone live-streamed it. Someone else screen recorded it. And before Karlissa even finished her first rant, comments were flooding in. The public was laughing, confused, shocked, and deeply entertained. It was like watching the opening scene of a movie where the villain arrives way too early. But the part that nobody, not even Zeus executives, expected was what happened after she walked away from the entrance. Instead of quietly going home or texting Blueface a dramatic paragraph, she vanished for a few minutes. The type of disappearance that feels like a countdown. A silence that hints at incoming disaster. A pause before a plot twist nobody deserves. When she returned, she wasn't Karlissa anymore. She was Chrisean Rock, or at least her interpretation of Chrisean Rock. And this wasn't a subtle switch. This wasn't a cute imitation. This was full-out identity transformation powered by spite, confusion, and vibes stronger than any zodiac sign. She came back with Chrisean's hairstyle, Chrisean's swagger, and the kind of boldness Chrisean uses when she's about to flip a table. It was cosplay. It was theater. It was delusion doing gymnastics without stretching first. Even the security guards stared like they were witnessing a glitch in the simulation. She walked toward the entrance again, but this time she didn't wait for them to ask. She said, "I'm Chrisean. They told me to come back." The audacity jumped out like it paid rent. The security guard's face tightened so fast you'd think his paycheck depended on holding in laughter. It was a moment so bizarre it could make a therapist quit their job on the spot. People nearby couldn't hold it in. Phones came out instantly. Screens lit up. Someone whispered, "Ain't no way." Someone else said, "Oh Lord, she done lost it." TikTok commenters were typing faster than they ever typed in their lives. The internet was erupting like it had been personally attacked by the plot twist. Karlissa didn't stop there. Oh no, she doubled down like she was auditioning for the role of Chrisean Rock, the unauthorized biopic. She started copying Chrisean's walk with exaggerated shoulder swings. She mimicked her tone. She even attempted Chrisean's mannerisms, like she studied them in a mirror before returning. It was method acting without the method. Security looked at each other like, do we call backup or a priest? Meanwhile, fans outside were crying laughing. The comments in real time were ruthless. She really out here LARPing as Chrisean. This is a villain origin story. Blueface. Come collect your mother immediately. The memes practically generated themselves inside. Zeus staff were scrambling. Someone whispered into a walkie-talkie like they were reporting a national emergency. The cast members inside started peeking out, confused, curious, and probably terrified. They weren't sure if this was a prank, a fever dream, or a sign of the end times. Because nothing says chaos like the mother of one cast member pretending to be another cast member just to get inside a premiere. Karlissa continued leaning into her new identity with Olympic commitment. She didn't break character. She didn't second-guess it. She moved with the confidence of someone who believed this disguise was bulletproof. And honestly, the courage alone was impressive, misguided, but impressive. The crowd outside became an audience. The security guards were the judges. The cameras were the spotlight. And Karlissa? She was the main character in a storyline she completely invented. It was reality TV without the TV, drama without the script, madness without a pause button. The entire scene became a circus so outrageous even the Baddies cast might have been jealous. Because let's be honest, this kind of unpredictability is exactly what reality TV producers pray for. But here it was, unfolding without them needing to pay a single appearance fee. Free drama, free chaos, free viral moments served on a silver platter. And the internet? It didn't just react, it combusted. Memes spread like wildfire. Edits popped up before she even left the venue. Twitter threads formed instantly. People were tagging their friends like, "Please tell me you're watching this." It was a televised meltdown without the television. As Karlissa stood there waiting for security to magically accept her new identity, the world collectively felt the second-hand shock. It was the type of stunt that becomes a cultural moment. Something people reference for years with a shake of the head and a remember when. And the most unbelievable part was that Karlissa wasn't joking. She wasn't trolling. She wasn't laughing. She was truly committed to the idea that dressing up as Chrisean was the golden key to the Baddies premiere. That level of dedication? Rare. That level of delusion? Iconic. That storyline? Absolutely unmatched. Because when a mother becomes her son's ex-girlfriend to sneak into an event, you know the night has officially entered legendary levels of chaos. The moment videos of Karlissa's Chrisean cosplay hit the internet, social media did what social media always does. It grabbed popcorn, opened Photoshop, and turned the chaos into a digital Olympics. Within minutes, memes were being produced at lightning speed. Someone edited Karlissa into the Spider-Man pointing meme. Someone else put her in a WWE ring facing off with the real Chrisean. And one genius labeled the whole scene Multiverse of Madness, Zeus Edition. While the internet was cackling itself into dehydration, the cast members inside the event finally started paying attention. Word spread fast, like wildfire but with extra gasoline. You could hear the whispers traveling from room to room. She did WHAT. She's dressed like WHO. Does Chrisean know? Suddenly, those who were unbothered became very bothered. The drama was too delicious to ignore. Producers and staff were panicking for an entirely different reason. They weren't worried about safety. They weren't worried about order. They were worried about content. Because deep down, every Zeus employee knew this was gold. This was platinum. This was the kind of raw, unpredictable madness cameras dream of capturing. And the worst part, it wasn't even happening inside. Their viral moment was stuck at the front door. Meanwhile, Twitter was buzzing louder than the premiere itself. Threads were forming like bees building a hive. One user tweeted, "Karlissa pulling up as Chrisean is the most Zeus network thing Zeus didn't even film." Another wrote, "This is what happens when adults grow up watching Maury and think it's a tutorial." You could feel the digital secondhand embarrassment radiating through every screen. And then came the celebrity reactions, which sent the chaos into a whole new orbit. Influencers and rappers chimed in because, frankly, nobody wanted to miss a chance to add fuel to the fire. One comedian posted, "Imagine getting denied entry and coming back as a DLC character." Another joked, "Somebody give this lady an acting contract before she impersonates Beyond next." Blueface's reaction was the one people waited for. Fans swarmed his comments like pigeons around free bread. They wanted answers, explanations, a press statement, something. Blueface responded in typical Blueface fashion, a vague emoji and a half-asleep face expression that said, "I have no idea what dimension my life operates in anymore." It was the most accurate response he could have given. Then the real Chrisean caught wind of it. Pictures, screenshots, clips, they were being sent to her non-stop. She didn't even have a chance to sip water before the internet yelled, "Look, WHAT she did." The world held its breath waiting for the explosion. Because if there's one thing everyone knows, it's that Chrisean doesn't ignore anything with her name on it, especially not a grown woman pretending to be her. When Chrisean finally addressed it, she didn't hold back. She hopped online looking confused, irritated, shocked, and amused all at the same time. She said, "Ain't no way. Ain't no way." Her laugh was loud, but her face said, "If I see her, there might be a part 2 to this story. The internet treated it like gospel. Clips went viral instantly, and while all this chaos exploded online, Karlissa was still at the entrance maintaining her performance like she was auditioning for a role in a telenovela. She wasn't cracking. She wasn't flinching. She genuinely believed she could finesse her way inside by pure force of personality. Every time security tried to talk, she responded with more Chrisean-style attitude. The dedication was frightening. Security guards didn't know whether to deny her again or call a therapist. "Ma'am, we know who you are," one guard said. "No, you don't," she snapped back, channeling full Chrisean energy. It was like watching a character glitch in a video game, repeating the same animation but with more aggression each time. Even the guard next to him started looking at the sky for patience. By now, fans in line weren't even trying to be subtle. They were recording her from every angle. One girl whispered, "She's giving bargain bin Chrisean." Another said, "If Chrisean had a stunt double, this wouldn't be it." A third person added, "She's committed. I'll give her that." Committed to confusion, memes were escalating. Someone edited Karlissa's face onto a Chrisean music video. Someone else made a side-by-side comparison like it was America's Next Top Doppelganger. A Photoshop genius even created a fake Baddies poster featuring Karlissa as Chrisean 2.0, the remix nobody wanted. The internet wasn't just laughing, it was performing stand-up comedy at her expense. And while all this was unfolding, Zeus execs were reportedly arguing behind the scenes. One wanted to let her in just for the content. Another reminded them that lawsuits exist. A third guy said, "If she gets in and fights, that's another season right there." It was pure corporate chaos, the kind only Zeus can produce. Back outside, things escalated further when someone asked Karlissa, "Why are you doing this?" She responded with a straight face, "Because Chrisean can get in." The logic was so chaotic it broke the sound barrier. People stared. Birds stopped flying. Even the night breeze paused for a moment of silence. At this point, the situation became a full street-side circus. People who had no idea who Karlissa was started crowding around just to see what the commotion was. Some thought she was filming a skit. Others thought it was a prank. A few believed a live Baddies episode was unfolding right in front of them. Nobody could tell where the reality ended and the delusion began. The escalation reached peak absurdity when a fan yelled, "Chrisean would never act like this." And Karlissa, still deep in her character, replied, "You don't know her like I do." The audacity echoed across the parking lot. The internet clipped it instantly. It became a viral audio for TikTok edits within hours. Inside the building, cameras were rolling, but the cast was distracted. They wanted updates. They wanted details. Someone kept peeking through the curtains like they were waiting for a meteor to strike. Even Natalie Nunn reportedly muttered, "She's doing WH80 now," with the energy of a woman who has seen everything but still can't believe tonight's script. And the chaos didn't stop. Each minute added a new layer. Someone went live from inside showing security discussing the situation. Fans outside continued roasting. The real Chrisean posted again, saying, "Y'all better stop playing with me before I pull up." The internet screamed. Clips duplicated. Screenshots multiplied. It became the ultimate crossover. Reality TV characters reacting to someone pretending to be another reality TV character, all while standing outside a reality TV premiere they weren't invited to. This plotline didn't just break the fourth wall, it shattered it, swept the pieces, and sprinkled them on the red carpet. By now, one thing was crystal clear. This wasn't just drama. This was historic reality TV chaos, served with extra seasoning. The aftermath of Karlissa's impersonation attempt hit the internet like a meteor crash. The morning after, the timeline woke up confused, entertained, and deeply concerned for the state of humanity. People were posting clips as if they were historical artifacts. Headlines popped up everywhere, blogs, gossip pages. Even random meme accounts suddenly became news outlets. And the theme was the same: Karlissa vs. reality. Round 1. Chrisean fans were furious. They felt violated on behalf of their favorite menace to society queen. How dare she pretend to be her? One wrote. Another said, Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. People were quoting sitcoms, movies, and TikTok audios while dragging Karlissa across every platform available. The roasting was biblical. You could feel the digital flames through the screen. Meanwhile, Karlissa woke up like nothing happened. She hopped online with her usual confidence, posting quotes, subliminals, and that classic "I ain't worried" energy, even though the entire internet was pointing at her like a courtroom jury. She denied some things, exaggerated others, and sprinkled in just enough confusion to keep everyone arguing for another 48 hours. Blueface didn't get a break either. Fans stormed his comments demanding he come get your mom. They weren't playing. They flooded his posts with clown emojis, popcorn emojis, and the occasional "bro, blink twice if you need help." Blueface responded with the emotional range of a shrug, acting like he'd seen this plotline too many times to care. Inside Zeus headquarters, the drama hit differently. Producers were divided between embarrassment and genius-level excitement. On one hand, they couldn't believe one of their biggest walking controversies pulled a stunt they didn't film. On the other hand, they knew the buzz was priceless. The Baddies franchise hadn't seen this much attention since Chrisean threw that chair through Natalie's wall like she was auditioning for the Avengers. Some staff members wanted to ban Karlissa permanently. Others wanted to send her a contract immediately. After all, in the world of Zeus, logic is optional. Chaos sells. Ratings matter. And Karlissa was single-handedly proving she could generate a hurricane without even making it past security. Her name was trending more than half the cast members combined. Chrisean, however, wasn't letting it slide. She hopped online again with fresh irritation. You could hear it in her voice. The disbelief, the frustration, the "I'll beat her up myself" tone quietly simmering under the surface. She joked about it, but the way she stared into the camera, oh yeah, there was smoke waiting to happen. The internet sensed it and fueled it like they were pouring gasoline. Fans began making prediction threads. Chrisean versus Karlissa coming soon? Will Zeus film this showdown? Who would win in a boxing match? The memes were insane. Someone photoshopped them into a UFC poster. Someone else made a fake trailer with dramatic music and split-screen close-ups. The creativity was unmatched, but behind all the jokes, the deeper fallout was messy. The Baddies cast members were annoyed that their premiere night was overshadowed by someone who wasn't even allowed inside. Some cracked jokes publicly. Others kept it quiet but were clearly bothered. They couldn't even trend for 15 minutes before Karlissa hijacked the spotlight like a thief in the night. Natalie Nunn, the queen of dramatic reactions, finally said something vague but shady. She didn't say names, but everyone knew exactly who she meant. She talked about people who can't stay away from the show and folks doing too much for attention. The internet translated that instantly. Natalie was annoyed, but entertained, but annoyed again. Security footage leaked next. Not officially, but you know how the internet works. Someone who was near the door posted a clearer angle. It spread like wildfire. You could see everything. The walk, the voice, the attempt, the denial, the confusion, the determination. The delusion. It was high-definition chaos in all its glory. People dissected every frame like they were analyzing crime scene evidence. Look at her stance. Not the hair flip. Why does she look proud? TikTok became a forensic lab. Twitter became a courtroom. Instagram became a comedy club. And the comment sections? Pure flames. Meanwhile, Karlissa began doubling down, because of course she did. She insisted she wasn't impersonating Chrisean, she just felt inspired. She said she wasn't trying to sneak and she was trying to be understood. And in true Karlissa fashion, she sprinkled in Bible quotes to justify her behavior like she was hosting a Sunday sermon about identity confusion, but the internet wasn't buying it. People pulled receipts from her past fights, rants, and live streams. They built a timeline so detailed you'd think the FBI was involved. They compared her old outfits to the one she wore that night. They analyzed her hairline. They were committed to dragging her with scientific precision. The conversation shifted quickly from entertainment to concern. People began asking, is she okay? Does she need a break? Does Zeus need a restraining order? But then someone would post another meme and the concern would evaporate instantly. Because let's be real, the drama was too insane to stay serious for long. Behind the scenes, Chrisean's team was irritated. They didn't want her name attached to this madness. They wanted distance. They wanted boundaries. And they definitely didn't want blogs mixing her identity with Karlissa's cosplay catastrophe. But the internet doesn't care about boundaries. It cares about chaos, content, and things that make you question humanity. Then came the real blowback. Brand damage. People started tagging Zeus sponsors, demanding explanations, laughing at how the premiere turned into a circus outside the entrance. Even DJs started playing sound clips of Karlissa saying "I'm Chrisean" like it was a new viral sample. The humiliation was national, but the true consequence. Karlissa became a meme format. And meme formats never die. People were using her clip to represent confusion, desperation, delusion, rebranding attempts, identity crises, and trying to get into heaven after living wild. She unintentionally became the internet's favorite new reaction template. As the dust settled, one thing became undeniable. This event permanently altered the Baddies storyline. It influenced storylines, alliances, grudges, and future episodes. It set the stage for confrontations so dramatic Zeus might already be writing scripts. And yet, deep down, everyone knew something else too. This wasn't the end. Not even close. If Karlissa was bold enough to impersonate Chrisean just to get inside, what else could she do? What would she try next? Who would she impersonate next? Whose premiere would she crash? Even as the internet calmed down, a collective awareness remained. Where Karlissa goes, chaos follows. And the world would be watching popcorn ready, waiting for the next meltdown, because at the end of the day, the Baddies premiere wasn't the event. Karlissa was the event. And the aftermath? A ripple effect of madness that guaranteed future scandals were already brewing. And if you made it this far, congratulations, you just survived a storyline wilder than anything Zeus could script on purpose. Karlissa impersonating Chrisean to sneak into a premiere she was banned from? That's not drama. That's a full season of chaos condensed into one night. And trust me, this saga is far from over. Because in this universe, scandals don't end, they multiply like Wi-Fi passwords at family gatherings. So before you run off to send this video to your group chat, do me one favor. Smash that like button like it owes you money. Hit that subscribe button like you're trying to break into the Baddies premiere yourself. And drop a comment telling me which identity you think Karlissa is going to borrow next, because at this point, nothing is impossible. Bianca, Rihanna, the Pope. Honestly, she might pull up as a Marvel superhero next week. You already know how it goes around here the minute someone sneezes in the celebrity world. I'm on it like a gossip detective with unlimited caffeine. The scandals don't sleep, and neither does this channel. So keep your notifications on, because the next meltdown, expose, or delusional monologue could drop any second. And you don't want to miss the next chapter of this never-ending circus. Thank you for watching another episode of pure, unfiltered celebrity madness. Stay messy, stay curious, and stay ready, because the spotlight never turns off. This is Fame Flaws, where chaos gets documented, scandals get dissected, and delusion gets the HD treatment it deserves.